Hey guys, this is a quick review of the LEGO UCS Millennium Falcon. This is LEGO set number 75192. So let's get started. So let's start off with the minifigures. The first is Han Solo. He's the captain of the Millennium Falcon. This is the Empire Strikes Back version. As you can see, on the other side of his head is an alternate face. This one has the breathing mask that he wore in the belly of the space slug. This is the first time this has ever been made in LEGO, and this makes it an exclusive minifigure. The second exclusive minifigure is this Princess Leia, also Episode 5. She's in her Hoth outfit. Just like Han Solo, she also has an alternate face on the back of the head that has her wearing the breathing mask that she wore in the belly of the space slug. This is everybody's favorite Wookiee, Chewbacca. He's not exclusive to this set, he's pretty much the same exact thing. This is just a quick shot of the back. Again, nothing unusual. This is the same we've gotten for a few years now, I believe. Same story with C-3PO. He's the same one that you can get in, I believe, the Luke's Land Speeder, and maybe the new UCS Death Star, but he's a pretty easily attained minifigure. This is a quick shot of the back. Nothing unusual here either. This is old Han Solo from Episode 7. This is also not an exclusive figure. This is the same figure that could be gotten in the Force Awakens version of the Millennium Falcon, the smaller one that came out 2 years ago. Here you can see his alternate expression. Just like old Han Solo, this is Rey from the same minifigure that can be gotten in the Millennium Falcon set that was released with Force Awakens. Here you can see a slightly angry alternate expression of Rey. This is Finn from Force Awakens. He's also not exclusive. He was available in, I think, the Takodana set and the Millennium Falcon. Here's a little bit of a puzzled expression from Finn. And of course we have BB-8. This is the same one that's been available in all the other sets as well. Nothing exclusive, no special printing. And finally, here are the two Porgs from Episode 8. No clue what they're really supposed to be yet, but I think they look pretty good. They've got exclusive prints on the heads right there. And you get two of them. I know this is technically not a minifigure, but this is a Minot from the belly of the Space Worm from Episode 5. It looks pretty good. It's kind of big, but that's okay. The two wings are unfortunately pieces that are exclusive to this set, so they're probably going to be pretty hard to find. Here's a better look at the underside. As you can see, it has an anti-stud for the mouth, so it can latch onto studded surfaces on the Millennium Falcon. And here's a shot of all the minifigures together. I think the minifigure selection in this set was a little bit lacking. I mean, in both number and quality. I mean, the exclusive figures, Han Solo and Leia, they're pretty solid. I really like them. I wish Chewbacca was exclusive though. I wish they had made a new print where he had the mask, because when he goes into the belly of the space slug, he also had to wear a mask. And C-3PO, I kind of wish he had like side arm printing or something. And I think the Episode 7 crew is actually pretty good though. I mean, they were pretty good figures to begin with, and they were relatively new characters, so I think this is a pretty good representation of them, and I really like the exclusive prints on the Porgs. So this is the Millennium Falcon, the ship itself. It was a pretty involved build and took many hours, but it's finally done, and I have to say, like, I saw it in the LEGO store, and I thought it was awesome there, and I think it looks even better at home, but this thing, it's pretty amazing. Let's first start with the cockpit. The cockpit, I think, is one of the best new prints that they've ever made, and as you can see, it can comfortably fit all four figures in there. Let me take the cockpit off to show you what it looks like inside. So this is the inside of the cockpit. There's not much to it. Looks pretty good though. There's that black space in the back to kind of, I guess, give you an illusion of depth there. And they all fit pretty well. I had to make one slight modification because there was one problem. So this is how the cockpit was originally built, but if you do that, then you have this problem. With C-3PO seated, Chewbacca can't sit straight because of the body mold. It comes out too far, so to fix that I've put in 2 jumper pieces. This is the only change I made. As you can see, because of that, both characters can sit fairly comfortably. I don't really know why they didn't put those jumper pieces there to begin with, or even on both sides maybe, because I feel like this is kind of a design flaw, not being able to fit Chewbacca in there comfortably. Like, I guess if you force him in, like, it kind of works, but I didn't really like that all too much. So with the cockpit back on, we can come to the side here, the underside, I guess. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but there is a little bit of an action feature right here. As you can see, it releases a turret. They used it to escape Hoth, I believe, in Empire Strikes Back. And then there's a landing ramp or like a gangway or whatever. Not super happy about this being like the anti-stud side being the side that gets shown prominently, but man, I do like this hydraulic I don't know, I guess a lift, maybe a hydraulic lift feature, like the cylindrical pieces here. I think they look amazing, and this works pretty good. Comes back no problem, has the right amount of friction. Here's a shot of the top of the Falcon. I mean, there's just an insane amount of greebling. It's so detailed. I especially love these vents. I think they were built up pretty nicely. So this is another feature of the Millennium Falcon. It's got the rotating turret. New printed windscreen piece right there. It's kind of like a TIE fighter thing. But if you come from the top, you can kind of see a minifigure in there. I have Han Solo in there. Let me take this thing off. It just basically slides off, just like that. It's guided by the 2 Technic arms. And inside you can comfortably seat 1 minifigure. And that's that. There are 2 other areas where you can lift panels off the Millennium Falcon to see the interior. This is one of them. Let me show you how that works. Go like that. And this one slides off like that. And there you can see inside I've got Luke training and Obi-Wan's hanging out. And C-3PO, R2, and Chewbacca are playing the Jarek, the hollow chess. And I unfortunately had to remove some of the graded tile pieces in order to stand Luke there. There's not much in the way of being able to pose your figures, unfortunately. But overall, pretty good. I didn't put any of the stickers in on this set because I personally think this hallway looks much better without it. I might, mock something up or, do some custom design work over there to make it actually look more like a deep hallway. But there's that. On the back side of the Falcon, it's much better disguised, I guess. This vent piece slides right off, and this one just pops kind of off. It's just sitting in there because of the shape. There you see Luke from Episode 4 climbing down the ladder to the lower gun station, I guess, and you've got these 2 escape pod hatches. They're not really big enough to put anything in there, but they're pretty cool to just look at. And you've got, that's the room where C-3PO goes in and kind of gets in the way of Han and Leia. And you've got this one loose brick piece here. It's supposed to be like a smuggler's hatch. Not deep enough for really anything, though. This is Rey in that hatch. As you can see, it can't even fit an entire minifigure. That was a little bit disappointing to me. I kind of wish they just left that out instead of making that a feature. But otherwise, pretty good design though. Here's a shot of the side detail. The docking pad looks pretty good. Docking gear, I guess. Pretty detailed, and it's really rounded. I like that. That's a huge improvement on the original, I think. And this is around the back. As you can see, it's all pretty curved and pretty detailed all the way around. The underside has some pretty good landing gear. I do kind of worry about the landing gear because they're only secured by basically one pin and guided by a few others. There's the other gunnery station. And there's not much detail on the bottom, but that's good because it makes it easier to carry around. Forward in the mandibles, I wish there was some detail right here. I'm probably going to do some custom work and put that in there. That was probably the one big disappointment for me as far as the ship design goes. But, I mean, I think these maintenance hatches, or maintenance ports, they look terrific, and they're on the underside as well. Let me see if I can get a good shot of that. Sorry about the lighting. But there's a gray streak right here. I thought that was a pretty great subtle detail. And you also have some printed pieces on the outside. This right here, and this one right here. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be, but I think it looks good. And of course, the radar dish is interchangeable with the Force Awakens version. This is this is actually a new print. This is not the same one that was in the original UCS Millennium Falcon. Well, let me show you how that's swapped out. You just pull on the gray circular piece, and then you can fix fix the new one on there. That's to reflect the look from the Force Awakens. You can also put these pieces on the front side to change the look a little bit. And one for this side. I actually don't know if I did that right. I mean, I'm personally not really a big fan of the new trilogy, so I don't know if I'll ever display it like this, but I think it's a pretty cool feature so that fans of both trilogies can, I guess, enjoy the Falcon in the way they like it best. So overall, I think this is a pretty great set. At $800, it's a bit steep, but if you're a big Star Wars fan like I am, you're gonna love it. I think there's just so much detail. I mean, there were a couple bad parts that I wasn't super happy about, but it was acceptable because of all the other positives here. And again, minifigures. The one that I really wish we got was Nien Nunb. Most people probably don't even know the name, but he's that gray alien guy that co-piloted the Falcon with Lando Calrissian in Episode 6. And he's never been made in Lego, and I've got my Lando minifigure here. We got a new one. I'm very happy about it, but I'd love to crew this out for all the different crews, Episode 4, 5, and 6, and, of course, 7. And, but overall, this is a great buy if you guys like Star Wars. This is, for $800, I think this is a great value. Well, if you guys like this video, guys, please subscribe, like, and comment below. Tell me what you guys think about this set. Are you guys gonna get it? Do you guys already have it? What do you guys like, dislike? And if you guys want some other shots or something, just let me know in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Bye.